Hey, what's up? It's Jim, and I just got back from the new film Mission Impossible: Ghost Protocol. I saw this film in IMAX at Lincoln Square, which is, I think it's one of the biggest on the East Coast. I really enjoyed it. I'm kind of getting into the fact that, like, some of these films that are in larger formats really get into the show of Hollywood, which has really gone away with the distribution system we have now. And I really like the fact that this was only an IMAX screen, so I had to see it on this huge, ginormous screen. It's like a special event. And I like that about the movies. I don't want it to all be the same. And that's really great. And I think kind of like this fun spectacle of a movie is perfect for it. Brad Bird, who I've always liked him as an animation director. He's like, I think he's one of the best just directors out there right now. The Incredibles and Ratatouille and The Iron Giant. He's just a great director, but he shoots a lot like a Spielberg, like kind of a big budget Hollywood director, but a very talented big budget Hollywood director. And the script in this movie is terrible. There's a whole thing with Ethan Hunt and Tom Cruise's wife that I just could care less about, and the whole drama behind that was kind of silly. And they would basically only talk in action movie cliches. I mean, it combines like the fun of Roger Moore and kind of the cliched and silliness a little bit with the well-directed kind of earlier Spielberg. It kind of reminded me of Raiders of the Lost Ark or Temple of Doom or something, when they had this incredible scene where Tom Cruise is running and there's a big sandstorm behind him, and like, you know, that was thrilling when he's in the sandstorm, and then when the sandstorm like washes away, it looked like kind of majestic. I mean, the sequence in the building, I thought it was gonna fall down. I loved how deep the IMAX looked. I mean, this really made me love IMAX. Like, I want to see more stuff in IMAX, and especially how clear the cinematography is. I think Brad Bird has one of the clearest and most visually impressive camera work I see in any movies. He's always so good with the camera, and I can always tell exactly what's going on while he's doing all these crazy moves. He's very distinctive. And I know when you work at Pixar, you basically write the film with storyboards. I feel like he did that with this. If he didn't, how visual it is so impressive. It really looks like you really fine-tuned like every shot and made sure it all fit together and looked great visually. Especially like before this film, I got the Dark Knight Rises prologue, and that shot uber realistically, and I couldn't really tell what was going on sometimes, and there's all this shaky cam. But then I watch Mission Impossible: Ghost Protocol, and I can tell exactly what's going on. I could tell you minute details about what went on, and none of these characters are wasted. This film reminds me a lot of The Incredibles, because every member on the team has a personality and has a distinct way about them. You know, you have Paula Patton, who's playing this strong, really strong, vengeful, like assassin woman. You have Jeremy Renner, he's new to the team. You have Simon Pegg playing the comic relief, and Tom Cruise, he's like the veteran who's in charge. They all work together very well. They're so good at it, and you're having so much fun, and the action sequences are so exuberant and awesome and thrilling, and you know, the shots that are in IMAX. I mean, it was really worth the extra money to go see it in IMAX. This movie really made such good use of the IMAX, and the fact when you're on the building, I mean, I was really on the edge of my seat. I was really tense, like thought he was gonna drop. I mean, that drop just looked like so amazing, like with that huge screen. I was like right next to the screen. It just looked like this huge gigantic drop. The score, who I can't remember the guy's name, but the guy who did the score for this also did the score for The Incredibles. I think this is a really great score. It's probably the best kind of Hollywood score that I've heard in a while. I think this is one of the better kind of bigger blockbustery movies I've seen this year. I mean, it's so well directed. I think that's the thing. I'm so happy that Brad Bird, he made this transition to live action, and he's just as impressive as he was when he was directing The Incredibles or The Iron Giant, and he just filled it with action sequences, but it was entertaining enough that didn't bother me that the script's not that great. Brad Bird doesn't care. He's being ambitious, he's showing off, but that's what I want to see in an action movie, you know? I feel like everyone's kind of restrained now, and every time he would hold back, I feel like it was like rewarding as an audience. I didn't feel like left out. Brad Bird's so welcoming in Hollywood, but I think he's one of those kind of Hollywood type directors that I really want to see. Some of the shots in this were amazing. He really used IMAX very well. I understand why IMAX did this deal, because this is probably one of the best advertisements for IMAX I've ever seen. I think if you want to see a really entertaining kind of Hollywood experience, this is a great movie to see. So if you have seen Mission Impossible: Ghost Protocol and you would like to talk about it, then comment below in the comments, and subscribe if you would like to.